What's going on? This is Joe, Gemini Sports Hub, back with another PSA reveal. Sent these in on the May special, $15.99, and full disclosure, I've seen the grades. I also opened the box. I had a couple cards in here that were going to other people, so I went ahead and got those delivered to them. 50 cards total. Sent it in. They received it around May 30th. I received it back July 17th. So with that, we'll get right with it. We're going to start out with a Will Levis red, white, and blue prism. Thought this card was decently centered. It's a little bit off left to right, and it got a 9. So not the greatest start there, but we've got more. I keep trying to pull multiples, and I'm only meaning to pull one at a time. Next, we have a 23 Donruss Tank Dell Optic Preview Pink, and we got a Gem Mint 10. Super nice looking card. I expect really big things out of him this year. We'll follow that up. These really aren't set up very good with a Puka Nakua. This is a 23 Prism Laser. Thought this card was spectacularly centered. Very clean card. And PSA agreed with me. Got a Gem Mint 10. I'll tell you what, we're gonna pull all these out. I'm having a little trouble hiding the reveal, so we're just gonna get them all out in the open. Thought I could pick them all at once, but I guess not. There we go. All right, next we have a Josh Allen Crunch Time out of 23 Donruss. Little bit skeptical in sending this in. However, I saw some others that had the same deal going on. There's just a couple little triangles here in this gold, and I thought maybe it was an imperfection, but PSA didn't agree with me because they gave me a 10. We're going to save that one to the last. Next, we have a 22 Allen and Ginter Black Border Mini Bobby Witt Jr. rookie. I just wanted to get this slabbed up because I thought it would be cool. And I'm super stoked because PSA gave me a 10. Right, next, we got a CJ Stroud Zenith Zeal of Approval. I sent this very early on in the Zenith release, or relatively early. If I had to do again, maybe I wouldn't have sent it. They're not real high value cards, but when they get 10s, I guess that's acceptable. All right, next we got a Jaime Jaquez Jr. This is the Tectonic. I believe this is the Premier level. Yeah, Premier level. This was the first Prism Parallel rookie that I pulled, and I like Jaquez, so I went ahead and submitted it, and it got a 10. I know a lot of people don't like the design of these cards. I actually do, and I think with that tectonic pattern in it, it's really pretty. All right, next we have another Will Levis. This is going to be the Orange Laser out of 23 Prism. Thought this card was also a little bit off left to right, but relatively well centered. I've had them gem up about the same centering, but this time around, I got a 9. And I'm actually happy about this because on a previous submission, out of the same series of boxes that I pulled this card out of, I sent a CJ Stroud, and it also came back a 9. So at least they were consistent on that. This is a PC card. I collect Canseco. It's a 99 Topps Chrome All Etch Refractor. I really thought it was clean. I thought it had a real good shot at gemming up. However, it got a 9. Next, we have a 23 Prism Draft Picks Gold Ice CJ Stroud. Again, I thought it was a really clean card. PSA didn't agree with me, though. And I don't know what they found on it. I look forward to really going over this card because it got a near mint 8. So definitely don't like seeing the 8s, but we still got a bigger 10 stack than we have 8s or 9s, and so that's a pretty big positive. All right, next we got a 23 Megabox Mojo Adley Rushman rookie, which I think is a pretty good time to have him, especially in the Gem Mint 10. Not a super high value card, but pulling a 10, having a probably the best catcher in the game already. Pretty good card to pull. This is also a 23 mega box Ellie De La Cruz prospects card. I had real good luck with the 2022s out of these Mojos. I had a couple Ellies that gemmed up for me. So I thought I'd throw this one in there, and it gemmed up as well. Right, next we have another CJ Stroud. This is a Z team out of Zenith. A little thicker card, so I got a little thicker PSA case. I actually kind of like it. It's pretty rigid. However, I had some question marks in sending it. There's some stuff that I think is part of the pattern, and a little bit of the foil was kind of flake looking, but I still thought it had a chance at gemming, so I went ahead and sent it. However, it got a 9. All right, next we have another Ellie De La Cruz. This one's going to be the 23 Platinum Top Prospects. Not a super highly valuable card, but it's Ellie De La Cruz, and so you got to try to gem him up, and on this one we did. Next we have a Brandon Miller. This is also the premier level. Like I said, I like it. It's a blue cracked ice. Thought it was a bigger card than what it is when I pulled it, but that's all right because it gemmed up as well. All right, next we have a Jaime Jaquez Jr. This is a blue Tectonic. It's actually numbered the 99. Kind of like the other Tectonics. I just like the pattern of them. Super nice. Number 9 out of 99. And I got a Gem Mint 10. So that's kind of a big card out of this sub. I was pretty happy to pull that. Next, I got a Jordan Addison Introduction Silver out of Mosaic. Of course, I sent this before he got his second OWI, or I believe his second OWI anyway. But super clean looking card, and it being a silver, I thought it was worth a shot. And these introductions are hobby exclusive, so I think it's one worth grading, and it got a 10. Right, next we have an Audible Brock Purdy, silver again. Kind of the same story. It's a silver. It's Brock Purdy. You gotta take a shot at it, and I looked out and got a 10. All right, next we got our first Wembanyama of the sub. This is going to be the Prism Monopoly purple. I thought it was a little bit off. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of the next card, but yeah, I thought it was a pretty clean card. It got a 9 though. So I was a little bit disappointed in that. Those Prism Monopolies, I mean, it still got some value to it, but it would have been much nicer in a 10. This is a red, white, and blue Prism Wembanyama. Now, I knew on this card there was just a little bit going on right here behind him. I had a good feeling that it wasn't going to gem up. However, it's Wembanyama. You gotta send it just in case. However, it did get a 9. Next, we have a Prism Draft Picks Victor Wembanyama Fireworks insert. Just send it because of who it is. It's kind of a base card, but you know, it's Wembanyama, so it got a 10. Next we have a Jackson Smith-Njigba silver prism out of 23 Prism. There's a little dimple in it there. I still thought it had a, oh wow, they got an inclusion on that. That's pretty aggravating. I don't remember that dimple being there, but there is an inclusion in this card. PSA, my last order had a lot of this going on. This is the first one I've seen so far this order, but it's pretty disappointing. However, this card got a 9, so you know, not the end of the world. Probably not much value there. I probably lost money on it by submitting it. So at least if we're going to have one with an inclusion, it can be one that we probably took an L on it anyway. So next we got a just base Prism Monopoly Wembanyama. You know, I had a real hard time pulling him out of Prism. I had good luck pulling him out of other products, but when it came to regular Prism, I could not pull him for anything, and I spent a lot of money chasing him. So I bought some of the Monopoly boxes and went ahead and submitted all of them, I believe. So I got a Gem Mint 10 on that one. Next, I have a Josh Allen. This is going to be the name variation. Not super rare card, but kind of hard to pull. Thought it was super clean. However, PSA didn't agree with me, and I'll be interested to look it over and see what they found, because they got a 9. All right, next we got a Corbin Carroll. Same deal, the Mojo Mega Boxes. I know he's not having the greatest season, but I look forward to him turning around the second half, or at least I'm hoping for him. And it got a 10. So next we got another kind of big card out of here. That's a Bryce Young Razzle Dazzle. So if you watch my previous video, I had several case hits, and I was really disappointed with my sub because I must have had a pretty hard grader. This card, I didn't submit in that order because it wasn't, I mean, it's clean, but I thought, well, it might not gem up. So as I was going through this order, I thought, you know what, it's Bryce Young. He's going to turn it around. I just got a feeling. So I thought I might as well send it as a case hit, and I'm glad I did because it came back at 10, which leads me to believe that if I had had a different grader, a lot of my last sub cards would have gemmed up. So if you happen to purchase one of those, because I've sold most all of them on eBay already, it might be something worth regrading. I'm not advising anyone. I'm just saying they were clean cards, and I got a lot more 9s and 10s last time. This is a Rookie Revolution 23 Select Wembanyama. Pulled these and pretty much sent them. Just as soon as they came out of the pack, I sent them in with this order. They were towards the tail end of the submission I was working on. Just any Wembanyama I feel is worth submitting right now. So it got a 10. Next we have a Don Russ, 23 Don Russ Wembanyama. Thought this card was super clean. In fact, I got a couple of them in here. I thought all of them were really clean. Could not find a flaw in it. And PSA agreed with me. Got a Gem Mint 10. All right, next we got a Jalen Green red, white, and blue Prism out of 21 Prism. This is part of those clearance packs from Walmart. Paying $8 for value packs on clearance. I was able to pull a lot of nice Prisms out of it, and Jalen Green really turned it up towards the end of the season. I look forward to him next year. I look forward to the Rockets in general. I think they're a team on the rise. So I had to send it, and I got a 10. All right, next I got an Alperen Sengun, same set, the red, white, and blue Prism out of 21. I pulled a couple of these. This one looked to be the cleanest, so I decided to add it to the sub, and it got a 10 as well. Next we got a Cade Cunningham out of that same 21 Prism. The green Prism, it's a little harder to pull. To pull a rookie in a green is kind of difficult to do out of those value packs anyway. And so I thought I had to send it, and I'm really glad I did because it got a 10 as well. All right, next we're back on the Wembanyama's. This is Select Certified. I believe it came out of the same series of boxes as the other Rookie Revolution that I got of Wembanyama. So I thought I had to send it, and I'm glad I did. I keep saying that over and over again, but this was a really good sub. Super happy with the grades overall. There's a couple of them that were head scratchers, like this Stroud Gold Ice, but overall I was real happy. Next I got a 23 Prism Derek Lively Silver. I sent this. I thought the Mavs were possibly going to win the finals. I thought it was a really good chance of gemming up. I thought it was a good card to send. However, PSA didn't agree, and I've really had trouble with the Prisms this year, even though I think they're way better centered than in years past. Like they're not gemming up for me quite like they typically do in years past anyway. Next I got a Prism Draft Picks widescreen. I believe this was the first Wembanyama I ever pulled. So So I had to send it, of course, and being Prism draft picks, there's not a huge amount of value in them. So when you got a generational talent like him, I mean, you can definitely up the value by quite a substantial amount by getting these graded. However, if they don't come back tens, you're kind of losing. However, this one come back at 10. So super happy about that. Next, we have another 23 Donruss Wembanyama. Same as the last one. Super clean card. Couldn't find anything wrong with it. Just thought it would be a good one to submit. And PSA agreed. Got another gem mint 10. Here's the last Wembanyama out of the 3. I really was expecting to get 2 9s and a 10. Or 2 10s and a 9, one or the other. I didn't expect to gem them all up. However, I did. So I'm super happy about that. And the final card before the one I was saving for last is another Prism Monopoly Wembanyama. Like I said, I had to send it just because of who it is, and it gemmed up as well. So out of 11 Wembanyamamas I sent, I got 9 10s. I can't be upset at that at all. Can't be upset about this submission at all. I mean, look at my stack of 8s, my stack of 9s, my stack of 10s. I mean, I kind of cleaned house on it. As well as we had 4 other 10s and then a couple other pretty high value cards that came back pretty decent grades. This card, however, I want to talk about because it was a flawless card when I sent it. And if you watch my last submission, I kind of almost went off the rails, with the broken slab and some lower grades, as well as one card that had a corner ding on it that wasn't there when I submitted it. This Puka is the same story. This corner was not dinged when it went to PSA. It's dinged now, though. So they gave me an 8 on it. When I saw it on the sub, whenever they released the grades, I was like, what in the world, And now that I got it back, I see, yeah, they dinged the corner on it. I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, I can't complain about getting 28 10s, out of 40 cards. That's a really high gem rate. However, that's 2 subs in a row that there was damage inflicted on my cards at PSA. Not only that, this order was no nicer than the last order I sent. So, as a result, I'm done with PSA. I'm not going to submit to them anymore until they get their quality assurance and where they're consistent from grader to grader and submission to submission. I'm going somewhere else. Used to submit to SGC quite a bit. Now that PSA's bought them, I'm not even interested in submitting to them. So I think for the near future, I'm going to start submitting to BGS and at least getting some subgrades and a little better understanding of why the grades come back, what they come back. But like I say, overall, super stoked. Feel like I'm going to do very, very well on these. And they're all going to be on my eBay store, Gemini Sports Hub. So if you want to check them out, I'm going to be listing them right after the video. So maybe by the time it's uploaded, they'll already be up and for sale. So yeah, you should check it out. Anyway, that's going to do it. If you can give me a like and subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it. Until my next video. Peace.